Welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's session. My name is Eric, and welcome to today's presentation from Neotech Academy, where we're going to be talking about something which is, of course, in the news every single day. And a lot of you who are tuning in right now, if whether you're live or watching the recording, you might already be using AI. And we have gotten a lot of requests from our existing graduate base to integrate AI in to have a curriculum that's AI based because AI is, I'm sure a lot of you would agree, it's pretty much taking over, or so it would seem. And so we can either get with it, we can jump on board, or we can just put our head in the sand and say, well, it's probably not going to be a whole lot. It won't really grow. And I think a lot of people felt the same way. If you remember about probably a good 10 plus years ago, I remember people were talking that way about cryptocurrency. Remember that? Like this is a passing fad, it'll soon, just fade away. And look at what that's become. So AI is certainly here to stay, and it's only going to get even more pronounced as we're going to talk about in just a few minutes here. You'll see for yourself in some of the slides I have where companies they're integrating a lot of money. I mean, they're dedicating a lot of money to AI, and they're expecting their employees or their contractors to have some skill in AI. So that's where we come in. So this whole thing is about you becoming skilled in AI to the point where you're making more money than what you're making now. That's to summarize the whole thing. That's what we're going to be talking about today. This will probably be a relatively short session. I can't see us really going, past an hour, so we'll be done probably in less than an hour. So we're going to have a few folks who are going to be joining us today. What I'm going to do is I have some things to go through initially just to kind of set the tone for what we're going to be discussing. One of our co-founders, Amet's going to be coming on in just a little bit, and he will be interviewing one of our graduates, whose name is Saeed. Saeed's going to be coming on, telling you his story. And prior to that, our lead instructor on the AI program is going to be speaking with you as well, Nick. And then I'll come back on at the very end, and I'm going to go through the tuition, the money back guarantee, how all that works. And I think I'll just give you guys a preview. The tuition is really, really low with a money back guarantee. We're going to make this as accessible to anyone who wants to get involved and learn more about the AI industry. Okay. So whether you're looking just to take on, add some AI skills to your existing career, or maybe go into AI as a full-time thing, whatever you're looking to do, we've got you covered. So you're in the right place. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this. But before I advance the slide here, keep in mind this date down here, November 22nd. November 22nd, that's going to be the start of our next course. And that course, we have two courses here. The AI engineering course, the AI engineering program actually includes AI essentials. I'll explain the difference in a minute. But the whole thing starts on November the 22nd. So really not too far away. And then we'll get going with that. All right. So here's the thing about AI. I'm sure a lot of you already are aware of this, but let's just make sure we're on the same page. AI is not limited just to tech companies anymore. I mean, maybe at first, yes, but it is everywhere. Whether you are in the education, whether you're involved in education, whether you're involved in healthcare, marketing, whether you're involved in law, it doesn't matter what you're really involved with. AI is being integrated into all of these industries. And, just like I was alluding to a moment ago, guys, and I'm sure I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but those who know how to use it are going to have a clear career advantage. By the way, let me ask that question. How many of you would agree with that, by the way? How many of you would agree that if you know how to use AI, you're going to have a clear career advantage over those who don't know how to use AI or have no experience with it at all? So we're going to take a look at some of the data just to understand how big this shift already is. And there was a study by McKinsey in 2025. So this is a recent study that showed that AI adoption actually increased 23% in 1 year. And what this means is that nearly 8 out of 10 organizations, because now 78% of companies are using AI. So what that means is about 8 out of 10 companies are already integrating AI into their daily operations. Now, I'm sure if you've logged into any type of website nowadays, you have some sort of AI chatbot, so it could be anything from an AI chatbot to data analysis. What AI is doing is streamlining work and it's boosting output. So what that means is for you is that new skills are going to become essential. And AI has been a disruptor, and these technologies we've seen from history. Any type of disrupting technology is, in many cases, something you've got to learn. You've got to be familiar with it. So AI obviously is one of the biggest disruptors that we've seen, in many many years. But not only is it a disruptor, what does it also mean? It's also an opportunity. So automation is, again, it's designed, this whole thing is to make us more efficient. That's the selling point on AI. That's how it's been being sold to us, right? Make us more efficient. So there is AI involved in testing, software testing, in writing, customer support, analytics. So the way we look at it, and this is really the way you should look at it as well, it's instead of fearing AI, instead of thinking, well, I'm going to lose my job, well, what are you going to do about it? Will you lose your job because of AI? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. But to be on the safe side, our goal here at Neotech is to help you use AI to become more efficient, to become more creative, and ultimately, if you think about it, more valuable to the company. Because when it comes to promotions, who are they going to advance? Who's going to get promoted? The person who has no AI expertise whatsoever, or the person who does? So let's say you now do. You've got the AI expertise that you didn't have prior to taking our program. There's a very strong probability that you're going to be promoted over someone who doesn't have that skill set. I'm sure you would agree with that. So over 70% of companies will expect, notice this, will expect their employees to have AI skills when? 10 years from now? 20 years from now? No, in the next 3 years. That's how quickly things have evolved. And there have been, in traditional roles, project managers, teachers, like we were talking about a moment ago, quality assurance engineers, they're all now expected how to know how to leverage AI. Okay. And notice what this also says here. KPMG announced a 50%, this is a staggering number in my opinion, a 50% productivity gain when? When it gave 7,000 employees Microsoft Copilot. So the demand for AI skills isn't coming, it's already here. So AI, notice what this says. AI will kill millions of jobs. That sounds really dire, doesn't it? Well, the real question is, which side of that ship do you want to be on? So this is where you want to think in the future. This is your chance to prepare and stay relevant before the market moves even faster. So think about where we were just a few years ago and where we are now when it comes to AI. And if you think about it, I mean, AI is not really a brand new technology. I mean, the concept has been around for probably since the mid 20th century. But notice how quickly, though, it has just materialized to where we are now, to where companies are not only using it, they're dedicating a lot of money to it, and they're expecting you to know how to use it to make you more efficient. Okay. Now, where we come in is, in case you're not familiar with us, I know a lot of you who are either here with us right now, or maybe you're watching the recording, maybe you've already taken maybe you've taken one of our boot camps, like our software testing boot camp. But just to give some like credibility as to who we are, we were actually rated from Course Report as the best quality assurance testing boot camp for 2023. Course Report is very well respected in this industry, and they rated us the same thing in 2024. Career Karma also rated us as the best software testing boot camp for 2024. So that's where we come from. We've been doing this for a long time. We've been training people. How do we do it? We do it just like we're doing right now. We do it over Zoom. We'll go through the scheduling on how that works in just a little bit. It's not going to take a lot of your time during the week. When I come back on a little bit later in our webinar today, I'm going to go through the tuition. Again, we're going to make it very accessible for you with a money back guarantee. If you really want to learn how to do this, which you should want to learn how to do this, you should want to learn how to integrate AI into what it is you're doing, no matter what it is you're doing. It's going to make you, it's going to pay for itself many times over. It's just the point that I'm making. It's a very small investment as far as a tuition that can potentially reap all kinds, untold dividends. Okay, but here's how the program works. And I'm going to have Nick come on in just a few minutes and he'll go through more in detail about this. Okay. But the way it works is we have two programs. We have the AI Essentials program, and then we have what's called the AI Engineering program. All right. So the Essentials program is very beginner friendly. I'll just phrase it like that. It teaches practical, no coding AI skills. Okay. The engineering program, on the other hand, is more advanced, it's hands on, teaches you how to build and deploy AI automations. Okay. Now, the Essentials program is actually going to be included in the engineering program. So you can take them separately if you want, but just keep in mind that in the AI engineering program, it's going to include the AI Essentials program. Okay, but both of these are designed to be practical, project based. They're taught live. Now, if you miss it live, we do have recordings, but if you can make it live, that's of course usually the better situation. But don't worry, we'll always be here to answer questions along the way. If you miss a session, you reach out to us, but you'll be able to watch the recordings, is my point. So again, the AI Essentials is included in the AI engineering program. It can also be taken just separately. So if that's all you want to do is the AI Essentials program, that's it. And that's it, that's fine. But AI engineering will encompass not only the more advanced knowledge and expertise and skills, but it will include the essentials as well. So we got you covered. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to bring on Nick. Nick is our leading instructor, and he has a strong background. And I'm going to let him talk you a little bit about himself as well. You can see here on the screen, he's got 15 years in tech. He's taught AI. He's taught data science, cloud, cybersecurity. Notice this: he's trained over 10,000 students around the world, created AI agents and automations for businesses and nonprofits. But I don't want to steal his thunder here. I'm going to let him talk. And so I'm going to hand it over to Nick, and he'll tell you, like I said, a little bit more about himself, a little bit more about the programming. And then we'll have Ahmet come on. He's going to talk to one of our graduates. You'll be able to ask him questions. His name is Saeed. And then I'll come back on at the very end and go through the tuition and all that good stuff. So, Nick, you can go ahead and take over here, my friend.
Thank you, Eric. Good afternoon, guys. Nick Javid here. I'm going to be a lead instructor for the AI course. So a little bit about myself. Like Eric said, I've been 15 years in the tech space. I've taught AI, data science, cloud, cybersecurity. I've been teaching over, I would say, close to over 10 years. I've trained over 10,000 students. I create AI agents for my work, for businesses and nonprofits. Eric, can we go to the next slide? So we're going to start with our first program, which is the AI Essentials program. So if you have never, ever done anything with AI, my first recommendation is for you to start with this program. It is the most basic program to understand how AI works. And from here, you'll be able to go anywhere in the other realm of AI. Can we go to the next slide, Eric? So what is the overview and benefits of this program? You'll be able to design effective prompts for your boost productivity at your work, apply AI to real world tasks. So what you want to do is you want to stand out in the current job market. As you know, the job market is pretty difficult right now. And how you stand out is with AI skills. So you want to do prompt engineering. That is step one of overall that you should be aiming to do. Can we go to the next slide? Thank you. The class will start November 22nd, 2025. It'll be for 4 weeks, 9 hours. The class is remote, so you'll be able to join in Zoom just like you do right now. It's all hands-on. There's a bit of theory, but every class we will have hands-on learning labs. And two, the most important thing, this is a beginner-friendly course. So if you're brand new to AI, this is where you should start. Eric? Okay, so how can you use AI to enhance your work? This is some of the stuff that you can do. automate repetitive tasks, get help with decision making. For example, like you want to build your resume, you want to build your cover letter, you can use AI prompt engineering to do all of that, right? You can also use that if you want to invest in a business, you want to create content, everything, you want to create images, you want to create audio. You'll be able to do all of the things I just said, and the key to that is to get better at prompt engineering. If you can prompt, you can do so much better with these machines. Eric, next. Okay. So who is this for? Like I said before, this is a basic essentials course. So anybody can take this course. You don't need any type of skills. You just need a passion to learn AI, right? So it doesn't matter what industry you work in, sales, marketing, resale, real estate, research, it doesn't matter. If you're a content creator, tech professional, you should definitely take this course. This is the number one stepping stone for your AI journey. Eric, thank you. So AI, some of these are AI use case examples, right? Teaching, marketing, sales, operations. Again, like I said, use this. It doesn't matter what industry you work in. You want to become a master and an expert at prompt engineering. It's not a technical thing. It's more of how AI works and how you can apply that to your day-to-day work. And it doesn't matter what work you do. Eric? All right. So AI Essentials program by the end, again, creating effective prompts, but more than that is to understand of how prompt engineering works and how you can apply those prompts to your day-to-day work to become more productive, but more important, to make more money. It doesn't matter what you do. You can run a business, work, build resumes, you're a teacher, you want to fix something. I use it day to day in everything I do, even putting together like a bed, a table. AI can help you with that. You just need to have the correct prompt for it to help you. These are some of the tools we'll go over. Obviously, we'll do Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT. I'll teach you how to use Google Notebook LM. Again, this is just some of the basic tools. There'll be a bit more, but again, these are the essential tools. And once you learn prompt engineering, it doesn't matter what LLM you use. You can apply that across any LLM. So we're going to talk about, again, you must finish the first course, the AI Essentials programs, right? That's the stepping stone. Now you're able to jump from that to AI engineering program. Now this is to build AI agents that's going to help you day to day, right? Automate basic tasks. So here's the overview. Stop using AI manually and let it do work for you. So any type of repetitive task that you day to day, you'll be able to automate any of those stuff. Like you want to analyze emails, you want it to send out emails, you want it to take attendance, anything that you do that's repetitive, I'm going to teach you using NAN on how to automate any of the applications you use and how to automate any of that stuff. Let's go to the next one. So AI engineering at a glance. Again, November 22nd, 12 weeks, 9 hours. Remote class, interactive, hands-on labs. You got 24 hours, 7 days of support. Again, beginner friendly. You don't need to know how to code. You just need a passion for AI. Eric? So again, these are some of the tools: GitHub, Notion, ChatGPT, Claude, Postman, Gemini, Docker, NAN. Again, these are just some of the basic tools we'll use, but we will add more as we progress through the class. Some of the roles that you can apply for today, again, AI automation specialist, generative AI automation consultant. But more than that, even whatever your current job is, adding AI automation to that will make you stand out versus everybody else with this applying for the same job. So for example, like if you're a director at a nonprofit, you add AI automation to that, you will stand out again with a person who's also has the same qualification as you, but doesn't have the automation down, that's how you stand out in the current market. Now, again, who's this for? Anyone that wants to automate their work, you want to switch your careers, or you have your current job and you love it, but you just want to level up. That's where you need to do the automation course to level up to go where you want to go. By the end, again, you'll be able to build AI agents, apply those agents to your current job, and walk away with a portfolio that you can show it to your current employers or your future employers, or you can start your own business. It doesn't matter. That's how you will learn. I'm going to hand it now to Ahmed. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Nick. That was great. Eric, again, they are amazing too. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Ahmed. I just realized the name tag is not right. My name is Ahmed. I'm one of the co-founders of Net Academy, and I'm also in IT field. I'm working as a senior QA engineer, and I am an AI enthusiast right now, and hopefully I'll be getting more on that. So we have again we are beyond excited to start our new programs, and this is definitely a big hit. We're getting really good feedback even right now. What will happen is, so you might be asking already about the program, but it's gonna be really really good. What at the end of the program, what you will receive. So you will get a certificate, and we are actively working with uh, a certification company where you can showcase your skills on LinkedIn, and you can just be certified there. So you don't have to take any other tests or any assignments on LinkedIn. You will be automatically certified as again, depending on which program you go, but like with your AI skills. So this is definitely a big hit. Right now, like I'm also a part of the interview committee, and I know how companies are rallying the any type of AI tools on their on your resume. So that's really really important. So this is the schedule for the programs that we have. I mean, we call it programs, but again, this is a continuation. So it will start AI Essentials, then it will move on to the engineering. So the schedule is on the weekday, Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, 7 to 10 p.m. And we are going to ask for one day from your weekends, which is Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So this is our schedule, but rest assured, all classes are being recorded, and they will be available right after the class. So that's how it's gonna go. And we still have some time. November 22nd is the start date. And since we have some time, we offer a lot of discounts. So please make sure to save your spot. Again, it's risk-free. You can just try and see for yourself. But yeah, this is how it goes. For the questions, we will be here to answer your questions. So please don't go anywhere, or you can always reach us out. So what I'll do, I will invite our uh, alumnus, actually, Saeed, to get his experience as a Neotech Academy graduate.
Good
Oh,
morning, everyone. Hello, Ahmed.
hi, Saeed. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good as well. Thank you so much for joining. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Of course. My name is Saeed. I graduated Neotech Software Testing Bootcamp around, I think, 5 years ago now. And I've successfully found a job after that. And I can't thank enough the Neotech family for that, because they're there every step of the way. I just want to highlight a couple of things. Before joining Software Testing Bootcamp, I just want everyone to be aware that any course that Neotech offers is completely beginner friendly. I didn't know nothing about computer. I just knew how to turn it on and play the game that I like. That was my knowledge prior. So they develop their programs in a way that anybody with a little bit of hard work and dedication can go through them and successfully land the job.
That is so, so true. Actually, that was going to be my first question, and you already mentioned that. I thank you for that. And that is again, yeah, no, you didn't have any background in IT, did you?
No, not even in IT. I didn't even know how to work with basic Microsoft programs like Excel or Word. Um,
And how long have you been working in your current company now?
I think for about 5 years. First year I worked as a contractor. It was a contract to hire offer. After the first year, they liked me and they hired me full time.
Perfect. And Said is a here. There's a great example for, how you can keep the connection with us, and that's what we're proud of. So Said, can I ask you about the career services, the placement services that you received from us? How was the connection?
Oh, of course, excellent. So after the graduation of the boot camp, we had, I think, twice a week job market stand up with all the current people who graduated the boot camp, and we provided support to each other, gave feedback, shared all the interview questions. Because after I think 2 weeks of the interview, you'll realize all the questions are the same, and you can make a short list. Neotech Academy helps with every question, whatever you need. That's why we have these job market stand-up meetings. I mean, I can't recommend this enough. It changed my life because I never earned the amount of money I started earning after I landed the job. And after that, 5 years, fast forward, I mean, I've only been progressing, but it all thanks to I made a decision to join Neotech Academy. So.
Thank you so much for your kind words. I mean, just quick disclaimer is we are providing placement career services, and we've been doing this. We've been proud of it, and we are aware that the new programs are not only focusing for the people who has no background in any field, but also like it's like something that people who are working as an accountant can take and learn a lot from for their companies. So whatever your domain is, we are more than happy to help you guys. Obviously, for more information, reach us out for the pricing and everything. But that is still on the horizon. So our career service, our designated placement team will still be there for you to guide you in the job market. So that is definitely there. Wonderful. So as a QA engineer, as a software tester, can you tell me how AI impacted you? How much AI do you use?
Well, nowadays I use it all the time when I mostly do only automation of web-based applications, and my company started using GitHub Copilot around 2 years ago, and it saves a lot of time, a lot of tedious work that I don't want to do, but it needs to be done. So using GitHub Copilot, it gives great recommendations and autofills. I just basically most of the work that I do right now is thinking about the logic, but everything else that I don't like is I just click tab and the suggestion. I'm impressed. I can't. I mean, I, I have no idea how it works, but it is extremely helpful.
No, that is wonderful to hear. And GitHub Copilot is one of the tools that we will be introducing in our program too. So that is definitely one thing. But just to let you guys know, the GitHub Copilot is just scratching the surface of the whole AI thing. With the AI engineering, we will go like way deep and even like automating all the process that you can even think about and like creating agents and everything and with the hands-on experience. So Said, I agree with you too. My knowledge is also like my experience, my hands-on experience is also limited to Go GitHub Copilot. But this new program hopefully will be really beneficial. So does your company ask you to learn it, or did you just do it yourself? How did that happen?
No, no, I think Eric mentioned in the beginning, all the companies are trying to integrate AI regardless of your position. If you're working in the IT department, all the companies realize that if you can integrate AI, it will save a lot of companies' time and resources. So it was actually initiative from my company. So they actually made us all the developers and automation QA engineers to install GitHub Copilot and learn and report to them like, is it actually useful and how much time we can save with that?
That is so true. Wonderful. Yeah, I wanted to introduce you and like ask for your opinion, but I don't want to take too much of your time. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat while we have Said here. And let me ask you this: when you graduated from Net Academy, how long did it take for you to land the job?
1.5 months, but a lot of my colleagues were luckier than me because I only focused on technical side of questions. But in the interview, it was my first formal interview for any kind of job, office job. So I didn't realize how important the behavioral side of the questions are, which Neotech, by the way, prepares you for it as well. But I didn't pay attention to that because I thought, oh, that's not important. So that's why it took me longer than all of my other friends from bootcamp.
That's good. That's good that you mentioned. Yeah, that's true. Again, with our own placement program, that will be also included. We will guide you on the possible interview questions, the soft skills, especially, they are really, really important. All right. It seems like we don't have any questions, but if you have any, like, reach out to Ninja Academy to us, which Eric will give you how to, and we can definitely forward the questions to Said. Said, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. Good to see you.
Dude, it's always nice to see you. All right, so let me share my screen and continue. Before I invite Eric back, I just wanted to let you guys know these are the companies that are alumni network, right? These are the companies that our graduates actively working in, and like they are happy there. They might looking for a change, and these are the companies who are looking to, again, incorporate AI into their day-to-day lives. And guess what happens when they do? They let us know. So I mean, with our students, with our graduates, we have access to all of it too. So what I'll do, I'm gonna invite Eric back to talk about the fun stuff, which are the pricing. Eric, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much there, Amit. And let me just share my screen here, guys. And
Sorry, maybe you might need to share your video too.
yeah, yeah, got that. All right. Now this is really exciting because not only do we have a big alumni base where they've gotten jobs at the companies, some of the companies that Ahmet was just noticing, just pointing out a moment ago. But we're really excited about the fact that this is a brand new program for us that really, I would say, was more out of, because we are market driven, it was more out of a demand from our alumni base. People saying, "Hey, I got educated by you guys, but now it appears as though AI is kind of taken over." So let's discuss the two programs to make sure that you understand exactly what you're getting involved with, how this whole thing works, the tuition, the money back guarantee. So the AI Essentials program, regular tuition is $11.99. Now you're not paying that. Because this is a new program, we have the launch discount of $200. We have an early bird discount that will be good for the next couple of days. So that's an extra $200 off, and that brings the tuition all the way down to $7.99. Now, there is a payment plan. So we want to make this as accessible to pretty much anybody who wants to do this. So the payment plan works like this. You pay $399 at the program start and then $400 at mid program. But even all at once, even if you do it all at once, $799, think about what that could potentially do for you. Think about the potential payoff. So I always look at things from a risk reward perspective. So you're taking a little bit of money, $800, and potentially making many, many thousands on top of that. So let's look at the AI engineering program, which, keep in mind, includes the AI Essentials program. Now, the regular tuition, which you're not paying, but the regular tuition is going to be $34.99. We have the launch discount, so you're getting involved on the ground floor of this. That's $500. The early bird discount, good for the next couple of days, that's going to be $300 off additional, and that brings the tuition down to $26.99. Now, there is a payment plan included with this. If this is not doable for you to take advantage of the whole $26.99 up front, you can do it in 5 monthly installments of $539. Again, bearing in mind that the AI engineering program includes the AI Essentials. So when the AI Essentials program kicks off, and you're an AI engineering student, you'll be involved in this at the same time as these folks. That will end and it will continue with the AI engineering program. Now, what we want to do is we want to help bring this tuition even lower. We want to make it even even more affordable for you. So there is an alumni discount. Reach out to us. We can fill you in on those details. Also, if you are referred by a Neotech student or alumni, there is a referral discount. So we can, again, the tuition's already low enough as it is when you think about the possible reward of this, but it can come down even further from there. There are group discounts available. So if you're signing up with someone else or maybe three or four people, reach out to us and we'll let you know what we can do for you as far as bringing that already low tuition, even lower. Now, of course, the big question that people have is, what if I change my mind later? Well, there's no deposit, there's no application fee. You don't pay anything until the boot camp actually begins. You can cancel for free anytime until the boot camp actually starts, and there's a 7-day money back guarantee, 100% refund, no questions asked. And you'll know within a few days whether or not this is for you. But there is a 7-day money back guarantee on that, which is more than ample time because you'll be able to either attend the classes live or watch the recordings. We always like to put that in there though because what if life gets in the way and you're like, hey, I can't really continue with this for now. Okay, no questions asked, 7-day money back guarantee. Now, to learn more about the boot camp, here's the process. Simply go to neotechacademy.com. You can also book a call with our admissions team, neotech.live/call. If you're not ready to call, submit your interest. Just simply go to neotechacademy.com/apply. But secure your spot now. Some people, I think it's human nature to put things off, things that we know we should probably do. I've told this story before where I had a friend who bought a book. He bought War and Peace. It was like from some estate sale, and he just liked how the book was bound. It was like really beautiful and all that. And he said, "Oh, I've always wanted War and Peace, and this one looks so great. It'll look great in my library." And I've always wanted to read this book. And I would follow up with him, and I would ask him from time to time, "So, what chapter are you on?" And he would just say, "Well, I haven't had time to start it yet." See, he was on chapter one probably for about a year and a half, and I stopped asking him how much progress he had made. My point being, it was something that he wanted to do. He just didn't prioritize it. And that's really what it boils down to. People don't give things the proper priority. Fear kicks in, that sometimes people are just fearful. This is something, though, getting involved with AI, I think you would agree, as I was saying at the beginning, that you should probably be involved with. You really have no choice. I mean, if you can either take the risk of not being involved, and who knows what your future might hold, or get involved, make yourself more marketable, and potentially make a whole lot more money. Imagine increasing your salary by 20 to 40%, possibly. Well, if you want to email us, you can with any additional questions, team@neotechacademy.com. You can also schedule a phone call, neotech.live/call. Or if you simply want to take your phone and use it for what it was probably initially designed for and give us a phone call, that's 929-566-3919. So what we will do at this point is we'll take any additional questions that you guys have. And I'm constantly having to look around here because I have 6 monitors. So that's why it took me a few seconds to get situated here when Ahmet, passed the baton back off to me. But if there are any additional questions, we'll go ahead and take those. I will give it about a minute. And if we don't have any additional questions, then we will go ahead and call it a day here. All right, going once, going twice. Ahmet, I don't see any questions.
Uh, I think Pinar has a question. Pinar, you can put it in chat.
Oh, okay. I see one.
I
Just
see
popped up.
in the Q&A one, and if you can put it in the chat, we can answer it. If not, we can always reach us out, give us a call. Maybe we can go back to that slide. The best way is to book a call so that you know when you will be receiving a call from us. Yep, there is the link. You can go to our website, book a call. And what I really suggest people to do is just apply, book a call that will automatically ask you to do it. That way, you remark today as your first application, and you are eligible for this highest tier of discount because in the upcoming weeks, the discounts are gonna disappear, and you might just be sad because I'm sad. I usually use it, I lose it, like I do that. So please, please, please make sure to save your place. Okay, Pinar, we're just waiting in the chat if you can. Let's take this offline. Let's take this question offline. So we'll make sure to reach out to you, Pinar, to answer your question. Thank you so much for joining.
All right. Congratulations, guys. And we'll talk to you next time.